who slams it down.
My first word was goal. It just took me 18 years of professional basketball to get back to it.
I've heard you have a passion for football as well.
This is true, yes. My first word was goal, and just grew up in a soccer-loving household. It's always been a huge part of my family. My brother played for Canada 35 times, I think, and I've just loved the game. It's a really important part of my life.
What about when you were young? You know, I assume you played both football and basketball. Why did you end up going?
Actually, I didn't play basketball. Growing up in Canada, I played hockey, as we call it soccer, baseball, lacrosse, everything. But basketball, I didn't play until I was 13. But all my friends at a new school played basketball. So all the kids that were playing sports were playing basketball. And so for me, it really was because I wanted to be with my friends. But it was also a great time. Michael Jordan had just come into the NBA. You know, he was this incredibly exciting player. He was doing commercials with Spike Lee, and he had these cool shoes. And so for a 13-year-old kid, it was pretty important stuff. It was one of those things that I just wanted to be with my friends, and I fell in love with another game and I let it go. I just still love it as much as ever, but I spent my life trying to be a basketball player from 13 years old on.
He just kicked it in from half court.
Up in Toronto has come on strong here tonight. Avery Bradley so good in getting
home right now the way they're cheering at the bucket. And he revs up his Harley. Well, that brought Josh Childress off the match. That shows you some of the camaraderie.
I like this. Oh, he got it.
I've always been a big fan of the game. Always loved to play and was a good player as a kid, but you know, my friends didn't play and I wanted to be with my friends, and ultimately you know, instead of moving to the UK and living with an aunt and trying it as a 12 or 13-year-old, I wanted to stay home and play with my friends, and basketball was the route. My childhood playing soccer and being so passionate about the game, and having a father that played soccer and understood the finer points of the game and the nuances and the subtleties was pivotal. So when you go to basketball, I think a lot of kids growing up playing basketball, they don't think like that. They have the ball, then they survey. Whereas I think it gave me an advantage to already have seen thousands of angles and decisions and players moving and reading defenses on the soccer field. I think it was really pivotal in my ability to play and be a playmaker in basketball.
If he gets this, it's going to be crazy. I like this. Oh, he got it.
I follow football more. You know, even when I was playing basketball, you know, I was obsessive about being the best player I could be, but I really like to get away from the game when I wasn't playing. So when I'd go home, I'd watch football, and I find inspiration in it as well. You know, it inspired me to to see players of a different sport perform at the highest level. So it kind of gave me a boost to be the best that I could be at my sport, and it also allowed me to get away from my sport a little bit when I was at home.